I'm just saying it's a shame that, in the late 80s after that big earthquake, that when a lot of these building owners were forced to renovate due to code changes or just needing to fix their buildings, that they terminated a lot of the leases that had been going on for many, many years, decades sometimes. And in the process, it allowed big corporate names to come in, like Borders, which was forced out, but other things too, like Urban Outfitters is slightly newer, but before them was another small store. If you go up and down the street, right now I'm a little out of it, but if you look into that, you can see that that's the case. Personally, I'm really happy that there've been a lot of people trying to keep it weird in a sense, but keep it soulful too. Because when people say weird, I don't know if they necessarily understand what's connoted with that. For me, when I think weird, I think interesting, eclectic, like full of soul and funk. Weird. Like when I think weird, when I think full funk, I think soul. So like the Del Mar Theater, the big building over there, which the Palomar restaurant is underneath. Like people have been trying, but it's been tough. But in a sense, it's also been really, really heartwarming for me to see it actually work. Like for instance, with Bookshop Santa Cruz and Borders, and everyone sort of fighting against Borders. That was really cool. That was really actually wonderful to see that happen, to see a public choose which storefront to go with, which book reseller to go with. Borders is a slightly different situation too, though, considering that they were going out of business because of their poor business model. But if you look at when Borders went out of business here, it happened before everyone else split. So
how did you know about the climate here before the earthquake? And
that's before my time. I wasn't born, but I had some family who lived here since the 60s, and I have some friends of that family who lived here since the 60s. And I'm from the North Bay, but I was sort of coming down here since 95, 96, 97, and I saw, how the boardwalk changed a little bit as they added to it. I saw how Mission changed. Even since then, it got a lot cleaner. It's been, I don't want to say gentrified, but they've definitely made a lot of efforts to make it more tourist friendly. Even me going from, let's say, a 6-year-old to 21, I've seen a big change. I've seen a lot of changes towards what consumerist society, and which is understandable because this is a tourist town, and most of the people who come here are coming from over the 17th. So,
if you really want to know where you're at, then you really got to ask that question.
what question?
The question of who you are, where you're from, what you do, what you think. And here's the answer.
Thank you.
I would say unique is not the best term, but I would say the lifestyle is more casual and relaxing, to where there's other people that try to achieve it, that come over here to try to get it from on the other side of the hill, like San Jose, Campbell, Cupertino. You see traffic everywhere, man. That's what happens.
What do you think people are trying to achieve here?
Just a peaceful lifestyle. I would say so. Also, it's just more of a that they're trying to achieve something that they can't have over on. Those are pretty dogs. Over on the other side of the hill, dude. Like, boring. Over here is like, there's so many things that you can hike, surf, whatever you want to do. You're in short distance to do it. You can create your own lifestyle. You can create a bunch of stuff. I think it's just more entertaining to yourself. Like you can spark your brain to whatever you want to do over here.